Your brain is lying to you about money. Spendly gets paid. For a moment, everything feels different. The bank account looks healthy. Bills are paid. There's money left. And Spendly thinks, finally, I can breathe. But then something strange happens. A few days later, Spendly buys coffee, then lunch, then a new subscription, then something online that was only $19.99, then dinner because I deserve it. And suddenly, Spendly checks the bank account. Where did all the money go? The scary part? Spendly didn't make one huge financial mistake. There was no luxury car, no million-dollar shopping spree, no massive purchase. Just dozens of tiny decisions that felt completely reasonable. And this is where things get interesting, because sometimes your biggest financial problem isn't your income. It's your brain. Your brain doesn't see money the way you think. Your brain isn't designed to think about money like a spreadsheet. It thinks in emotions, rewards, shortcuts, and immediate gratification. Imagine Spendly sees a pair of shoes for $80. His brain doesn't immediately think, this is $80 I could invest. It thinks, I've been working hard. I deserve these. That's a completely different calculation. And that's the first trap. Your brain is very good at turning wants into needs. I need a better phone. I need to eat out tonight. I need this subscription. I need this because it's on sale. And the word need makes the purchase feel responsible. Even when it isn't. The "it's only $10" trap. Now Spendly sees something that costs $10. $10 doesn't feel important, so he buys it. Then another 8, another 15, another 12, another 20. Individually, none of these purchases feels dangerous, but your brain doesn't naturally add emotional purchases together. It evaluates them one at a time. $10? That's nothing. $15? Who cares? $20? I deserve it. But $10 repeated 20 times is $200, and $200 repeated every month is $2,400 a year. That's when the illusion disappears. The problem wasn't the $10. The problem was the pattern, the dopamine spending loop. And then there's something even deeper. Spending can feel good. You see something you want. You imagine owning it. You buy it. And for a brief moment, you feel rewarded. Your brain gets a little hit of pleasure. But the feeling doesn't last. So eventually, you want the next thing. And Spendly starts confusing buying something with feeling something. Bad day? Buy something. Stressful week? Order food. Feeling bored? Open Amazon. Feeling successful? Treat yourself. The purchase isn't always about the product. Sometimes, it's about the emotion attached to it. And that's why simply telling yourself, I need to stop spending, usually doesn't work, because you're trying to solve an emotional problem with financial discipline. If you're starting to recognize yourself in Spendly, that's exactly why we created this channel. Follow Spendly and subscribe if you want to understand the hidden forces behind the money decisions you make every day. Because we're not just talking about money. We're uncovering the hidden economics behind your everyday life, the lifestyle trap. But your brain has another trick. It changes what feels normal. Imagine Spendly earns $2,500 a month. He gets used to his lifestyle. Then one day, he starts earning $4,000. At first, he feels rich. But slowly, his apartment gets more expensive. His car gets better. He eats at better restaurants. He takes more Ubers. He subscribes to more services. And suddenly, $4,000 doesn't feel like $4,000 anymore. It feels normal. Then Spendly earns 5,000, and the same thing happens again. His lifestyle expands. His expectations expand. His definition of normal expands. And eventually, he can make twice as much money without feeling twice as wealthy. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it may be one of the most expensive psychological traps in modern life. Social comparison is making you spend. But Spendly isn't only comparing himself to his old life. He's comparing himself to everyone else. He sees someone driving a better car, someone traveling, someone buying a new phone, someone posting a beautiful apartment on Instagram, and his brain asks, why don't I have that? What a Spendly doesn't see is the credit card bill, the monthly payment, the financial stress behind the picture. He compares his real life to someone else's highlight reel. And suddenly, what he already has doesn't feel like enough. That's another reason your brain can lie to you about money. It doesn't ask, can I afford this? Sometimes it asks, do I want to look like I can afford this? And those are two very different questions. How to take back control. So how does Spendly fight back? Not by never spending money again. That's not realistic. And honestly, that's not the goal. The goal is to create a small gap between wanting something and buying it. Before Spendly buys something, he can ask 3 simple questions. Do I actually need this? Would I still want it tomorrow? And most importantly, what am I really buying? Is it the product? Or is it comfort, status, convenience, a reward, an escape? Because once you understand the emotion behind the purchase, you start taking control away from the impulse. And that's powerful. The real problem wasn't the money. Spendly thought his problem was money. He thought he needed a bigger paycheck, a better job, more income, more opportunities. But maybe the real problem was never just how much money came in. It was what happened inside his mind. After the money arrived, because your brain can make $100 feel like a fortune, or make $1,000 disappear without you even noticing. The goal isn't to stop enjoying your money. The goal is to make sure your money serves your life, instead of your emotions controlling your money. And once you understand that, you stop asking, why am I always broke? And you start asking a much more powerful question. Why did I choose to spend it? If you want to understand the hidden psychology behind money, spending, lifestyle, and everyday decisions, subscribe to Spendly. We're uncovering the hidden economics behind the choices you make every day. Because sometimes, the thing standing between you and financial freedom isn't your paycheck. It's the person making the decisions. And that person might be you. This is Spendly.